Boogie.
What's up again, everybody?
What up, though?
Rules and reviews in the house. This is a special one. This is the viewer's choice. This is the viewer's pick. So we did a poll in our Facebook group. We put 3 cult movies up. My choice and my pick was Kung Fu Hustle. T-Roy's pick was The Thing. And the winner.
And y'all let me down.
And the winner. Critique.
5 Deadly Venoms. You know how I do. I was going to give y'all a good one. You know I wasn't going to come short. Yeah, but the winner was 5 Deadly Venoms. So, what we did was we offered up this poll. Y'all made your votes. We listened, and here we go. A week later, doing the review. So the movie is 1978's cult classic, 5 Deadly Venoms. Now this movie not only is a cult classic, but it's a kung fu classic. It's just a classic, period. You have your teacher who is dying. You have your pupil who has instructions from this teacher that something must happen before he dies. You have your classic bad guys. You have your classic good guys. You have your classic dub in this movie. Like I said, 1978. So you have your funny, like either on one side, the actors start talking, they stop, and then the American words come. Or the American words come, they stop, and then your actor starts talking. Somewhere in between there, then you get a perfect matchup. You also have your classic good kung fu. Good kung fu. The guys that are in this movie, at this time, 1978, they were the Chinese Denzel Washington, Wesley Snipes, Michael B. Jordan. Who else is in everything right around now? Your Tom Cruise. Yeah. You know, we ain't gotta keep it black, we ain't gotta keep it white. Just these guys were in everything. So these guys were the perennial actors of their time. This movie was also I would say, came out around, it was first around the same time that Kung Fu movies picked up. Like they started gaining steam. People around the world started paying attention to these movies, these Kung Fu movies. The plots are not that complicated. The scenery, the budgets are definitely not exquisite. You know, they mostly take place on farms, in little towns, on sets, and most of these little towns was a set, I believe. Yeah. Like they look like, if you can compare them to Crippled Avengers or the movies of their time, which these guys are in. The budgets are not expensive. They're not big budget movies. The plots differ. You can follow them. One thing you have to be is a kung fu movie goer. Even if you're not, watching a good kung fu flick will make you a kung fu movie goer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna stay on the movie. I'm gonna let either T-Roy or Mugu give their review on it. And since it was my pick, I'm going to go last one. I'm going to pass it over to them. I got to get my thoughts together because I'm anxious about this movie. I'm glad y'all picked it. Thank you. And I'm going to give you a real good review. All right.
I mean, we picked these movies and we are still fans of all of everybody's pick. Mm-hmm. So this is still like Five Deadly Venoms. I mean, anybody could have won, and I would have liked it either way.
Right.
But I'm glad this movie was in place and it won. Man, I mean, there's nothing else to say. I'm gonna go outside the box on it. I'm gonna say shout out to the costume designers.
Yeah.
Because they had to go in on these costumes. I would say at that time they are probably like the Black Panther of his time, where they had to do some stuff to make it pop, but still keep it kind of simple. But they did it. You know, shout out to the costume designers. Choreography is just you cannot beat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like with all these movies, the choreography just like, I mean, who can throw a punch and still like not get hit by a real punch, or a real kick? So, you know, these things is, you know, these are all part of it.
Nothing like choreography in a good kung fu.
Yeah, the name itself, it tell you something's about to go down. Just before, as the movie is coming on in its intro, and you seeing all of these things, you're not putting it together that they are actually training to be warriors until you start seeing them go through this stuff. So yeah, man, this is still one of my it's one of the all-time greats. I mean,
all time.
You know, I think this didn't have a gender. This was masculine and feminine. It's women that like this movie and it's guys that like the movie. So this one touched both sides. Yeah, I mean, at that time when they're making those movies, countrysides, and you know, you could tell when the last fight scene was coming. I mean, all these things played out into something being great. But I think it's the same thing as like with some of the indie movie makers. You never really know what a movie's going to do until you make it. And I think they didn't care. I felt like they had the best choreography. And from that point, we could make anything happen.
That's point number one.
Storyline.
Choreography. I'm gonna hit on that. So how many cups would you give it?
Oh man, see, you already said it.
Cup,
it's no halves, it's no quarters, none of that. This one will get multiple cups. I would just say four to 5 cups. You know what I'm saying? Full cups. This is getting full cups.
4 full cups, my movie.
Entertaining, suspenseful, gore from like horror. I mean, you got gore in it as well.
Yeah.
You get everything in this movie, and you get a little bit of comedy.
Yes, you do. A lot of comedy.
Yeah. So, I'll give it 4 or 5 cups.
Nice. T-Roy, what's your take on it?
So I want to address the elephant in the room. I don't like how critiques movies washed me and Mughals. And I'm going to give this movie a bad review. I hate this movie.
Oh, no.
I'm bitter right now. I'm in my feelings.
I ain't mad because
I feel like I should have won. Or I should have had a better chance of winning. But I really love this movie.
And we won by a landslide. I'm going to go back and see who all voted for. I'm going to send y'all a special.
Y'all let me down.
Not against 5 Deadly Venoms. This is what's going to happen.
I chose The Thing. And this movie I thought would have did a lot better. But that's no knock on 5 Deadly Venoms. This is a classic movie. A lot of people hold it as the greatest kung fu movie of all time. Like even above a lot of Bruce Lee movies. And that's, that speaks for itself. So I hate that I lost. But yeah, I definitely love this movie. That was an awesome pick, that critique made. So yeah, I definitely, I give this movie a full cup. I like the whodunit energy of the movie, as far as like trying to figure out who the main antagonist was. We all have probably went back and forth with each other about who the best Venom was.
Put that in the comments. Put that in the comments. Who was your favorite
the best
Venom?
I go in between, like me personally. Number 1, the Centipede was bad to me, and probably you gotta put the Toad in there.
Got to.
Because until they broke his armor, like he was whooping everybody ass. Like they wasn't stopping him.
Nobody could fuck with him.
Until they hit his ears.
I'm gonna have to say
the controller.
the lizard and the snake spirit. Those are my two. Snake.
The snake was cold too.
Number 2 and number 4.
Okay.
Number 2 and number 4.
Yeah, 4 was the lizard.
See,
Snake
you
and
see how everybody already, like everybody kind of going back and forth. So,
I mean, Toad was the shit.
y'all know what's interesting? I feel like every one of those dudes that, and this is something we probably talked about before. Every one of these dudes, even though they Chinese, they look like somebody black that we know in real life.
Yes, they do. A couple of them.
Henderson looked like, we can talk about Henderson. He looked like the Toad.
He do like the Toad.
Usher to me looks like the snake, number 2. Yeah. But yeah, that's just going off base. But I definitely get this movie a full cup. It's a classic kung fu movie. It's one of my favorites I've ever watched. And if we look at the display right here, we have like some movies that, it's pretty much in comparison. We didn't have a full copy of Five Deadly Venoms, but I definitely would recommend. We definitely would recommend these other movies. We got Crippled Avengers.
Definitely Crippled Avengers. And most of the guys that was in Five Deadly Venoms and Crippled Avengers.
Yep, Crippled Avengers. Kid with the Golden Arms. And Chinese Super Ninjas.
Kid with the Golden Arms. Toad is in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We definitely recommend these movies. And another thing I thought was strange, I don't know if y'all peeped this, but they called them the Poison Clan in the movies. And
Yep, see?
We about to talk about the rap group, the Poison Clan.
Who used multiple excerpts
Dance
from this
All
movie.
Night, Shake What Your Mama Gave You.
Passion, they whole rap group based on this movie.
Yeah.
Five Deadly Venoms.
Wu-Tang Clan too. They used a lot of excerpts from the movie.
From Poison Clan as well.
Yeah, this is definitely a movie you want to watch.
But that's the tale of a classic movie. That it doesn't just touch the movie era. It touches other areas of music and fashion and all type of stuff. That's the tale of it being classic.
Yeah. Multiple rappers have sampled excerpts from Five Deadly Venoms. Of course, mostly Poison Clan out of Miami.
Dance All Night.
Yeah. All through their first album. And I was down in Florida at this time when Poison Clan came down. It was the hottest thing going down from maybe the Mason-Dixon line all the way down to the Gulf Coast.
Wow.
The whole album, throughout the whole album, excerpts from the Poison Clan. Wow. I'm sorry, from Five Deadly Venoms.
Yeah.
So how many cups would you give it, Troy? You said a full cup?
Yeah, I give it a full cup. Definitely, this is a classic. You can't, it's hard to really go up. It's only a certain amount of, there's only a few kung fu movies I would put above this, and that's really like Bruce Lee movies. Everybody that know me know how I feel about Bruce Lee, so
right.
I can't really put this above.
It's a long line, man.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
I mean, just the three that you showing, and then there's some that we don't have up here that, boy. 36 Chambers.
36 Chambers.
Return to the 36 Chambers. The Flying Guillotine.
Yep.
I go on and on and on.
On and on.
Yeah, so this ain't the first time we're gonna put down a review on kung fu movies. We might specify to a certain degree. I don't know how you can specify good kung fu movies in a certain era, but we'll find a way. This was a cult classic review. Well, viewers vote review, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna come up again. So my review is, I'm going to start from here. Now, of course, this was my movie. I'll just say this is my favorite cult classic. I'm saying not of everything. I'm talking from Revenge of the Nerds. I'm talking Napoleon Dynamite. Oh yeah, the very first one. I'm talking Animal House.
Ooh,
This is my favorite out of all.
Okay.
Reason I like it is because number one, if you look at the first 10 minutes, the teacher explains how the Poison Clan is a secret society. I am a conspiracy theorist. Even though I like to try to debunk certain things or certain things might have me delve into it, this was a conspiracy theory that I could get involved with. I could come to love only because of the plot of the movie. You have 5 pupils, right? 5 students. The first 2 knew each other. The third one didn't know nobody. 4 and 5 knew each other. But the teacher, he also had a last pupil. He was explaining what he wanted to do with the last pupil. The teacher explained to the last pupil what he wanted to do because these guys could not, they changed their names in this town. They could not show their karate expertise because these styles were not practiced amongst the commoners. So they were in secrecy, and the last pupil was supposed to go find them because teacher's classmate had a whole lot of money. He wanted him to donate the money to charity. Okay, so we fast forward to they going in town, trying to find out, last people trying to find out who is who. Now, don't forget, the budget is small. This is 1978. The Chinese are just finding, after Godzilla, after all the Godzilla movies, they're starting to find out that everybody around the world loves Kung Fu movies. So, given the budget is not that good, they did an excellent job. As Mugu said, the costume designers, like 2 of the guys were cops. 2 of the guys were cops. 2 of them, and this is where I love it. 2 of the pupils were high in society. They would be.
Was it number 2? He was rich.
Yeah, number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
They were high in society. They were actually what us conspiracy theorists says are the elite. So going to find them out, and then they don't clash all at one time, but they clash with each other with different styles, or different pupils clash with each other throughout the movie. They do the Toad wrong.
Oh yeah,
they did him.
Yeah,
dirty.
they do the Toad.
Oh my
God. Many people would argue that the Toad was the strongest or their favorite. I would say my favorite was teacher's last pupil. He knew everybody's style, but he could not beat the bad guys without teaming up with one of them.
They called him. I think they called him the hybrid Venom or something.
Yeah,
they gave him a name. I think it was the hybrid Venom because he knew a piece of all of their styles, but he wasn't good enough. Like you say, he wasn't good enough to beat all of them.
Wasn't good enough to even beat one of them, except if he teamed up with another. Yeah. Given the time of the era, given the budget, given what you know of other Kung Fu movies, I think this movie was like on the same plane, directed as something like Platoon or Deer Hunter. Now, of course, they're 2 different eras, and they're 2 different movies. But at this time, this movie with these actors was the shit. I don't know. It probably made millions in China or wherever it was released. The cinema photography, I don't even think existed in 1978. But I don't know what I wanted to hit on. What T-Roy, I think Mugu or T-Roy said, both of them said, the action in this movie ain't no CGI, ain't no cutting. The centipede, who was known as being fast, that dude is fast. You got to see this movie.
Yeah, the kicks.
In the first 10 minutes, they gave certain clips.
Yeah, that nigga was kicking plates.
Yeah, he was kicking plates. And this dude, and the way this man's hands was moving, this is not like camera tricks.
Right.
These dudes was fat. These dudes was good. These dudes was like the Denzel of their time.
Yeah.
And I just, Denzel of their time, I'm sorry. And I just love every aspect of it. I get hype. I get jovial. I get like chills in my soul when somebody wanna watch a karate flick. But when they say 5 Deadly Venoms, you know, it's orgasmic to me. It's orgasmic to me.
Hey, not to interrupt.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
you know what's a testament to that?
Well,
So I got drunk at his house one night.
when
And I couldn't drive home. And what he did was I fell asleep on the couch and he went to Amazon Prime and put it on 5 Daily Venoms while I fell asleep. I just had to mention that. That was just the...
Just to lullaby my homeboy to sleep, you know what I'm saying?
He sent a picture to my wife, you know, make sure I'm good. You know, I ain't on the side of the freeway, but that's just how important that movie is to all of us. You know,
Yeah,
it's a testament.
I can go on and on about this movie, but I'm just gonna get to my rating. I give it a whole whiskey bottle.
Damn.
I give it a whole whiskey bottle.
Yeah.
Mugu gave it 4-5 cups. T-Roy gave it a full cup. I'm gonna give it a whole whiskey bottle. Not only because it's a cult classic, not only because it's just a general classic, not only because it's a kung fu classic. I give it a full whiskey bottle because this movie might not do it for you, but there is a movie that you will watch that will make you warm and fuzzy inside. That movie you should give a whole bottle to. This is the movie that gives me fuzziness inside, and that's why I'm giving it a full whiskey bottle. I appreciate y'all for voting this movie to review out of the cult classics. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
and y'all just don't know what it did for me.
Yeah. So basically what we do in the Facebook group, we put up polls, and with this poll is you can have a part in it. You know, that's what we want y'all to have a part in it. So we put up 3 movies. It'd be T-Roy's pick, be Critique's pick, or it'd be Mugu's pick. And so what we do is take these 3 movies and put it in the group and make a poll. The best movie that wins, that's the one we're going to do the review on.
Yep, all day.
So we put it in y'all hands. You know we like these movies. There's no question. But when you put them up against the other ones, it's like, wow, which one is really better? And so, you know, this one is, we got to give it up to Critique. You know, you picked a classic movie. I mean, we all felt we picked a classic movie.
They always classic, but it was just mine was better.
We don't know what y'all gonna like. We don't know what y'all gonna say.
Right.
So, with that being said,
I just want y'all to know that I have a particular set of skills. If y'all don't pick my movie next time, it's gonna be a problem.
Once again, this has been another review from Booze and Reviews.
yeah.
We ask you to put your cup up as T-Roy pours his shot. Put your cup up. Asar on side. Go ahead and put your cup up. This way, Asar. This way. Come over here.
Just put it down.
Nah, come on, man. This is my hey.
It's your 2 minutes
Oh no,
of
this
fame.
my man. This my man. His birthday is tomorrow. Come over here, son. Move, Troy. Get on with that old babby pick of yours. Hey man, this is my man Asar. Look in the camera. It's his birthday tomorrow. He also says, "Put your cup up,
Hey,
right?"
Boogie,
Go ahead, put your
Put
cup
your cup
up
up, man.
to the camera.
for another episode of Booze and Reviews. We ask you to like, subscribe,
Shit.
Follow.
and follow and share.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Peace.